Welcome everybody to T-Mobile Arena for this game between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Vegas Golden Knights. In net for the Toronto Maple Leafs for the first time this season, Curtis McElhinney is getting the call. And for the other end, for the Golden Knights, once again, it is Marc-Andre Fleury. The Leafs have had a mediocre start for the season, 1-3, while the Vegas Golden Knights have had the exact opposite, 3-1. Back over to you, DNP. Or not. Okay, well, if you can't tell, we've added goal lights to the arena along with smoke. So whenever Vegas scores, smoke goes off, which should be very, very exciting. The beautiful T-Mobile Arena is the site for this game, and we're about 3 minutes out of this one. I don't know if DNP's here or not, so I'm just talking. Looks like the starting lineups for the Maple Leafs. On left wing, we have Player, which is just a script glitch. Don't worry about it. Then we have in the center, Austin Matthews. And on the right wing, Zach Hyman. On defense, Jake Gardiner, Roman Polak. And guarding the net, like I said earlier, Curtis McElhinney. Now on the other side of the puck, we have on the left wing, Alex Tuch. At center, Jonathan Marchessault. And on right, Eric Howla. On defense, Derek England, Colin Miller, and previously said guarding the goal, Marc-Andre Fleury. You hear, DNP?
Yep.
Take it away, buddy.
And coming up here on the next part of the schedule tomorrow, the Philadelphia Flyers will be taking on the Minnesota Wild in Minnesota, and the Carolina Hurricanes take on the Penguins at home. Those two should be some pretty good matchups. And let's take a look at the point standings. The Arizona Coyotes boost their lead in the Pacific Division to a huge 2 points as they take down the Sharks 6-4 in at home tonight, becoming the first team to have 2 home wins. Vegas looking to do the same, and the Golden Knights, or excuse me, then the Golden Knights are second in the Western Conference standings with 3 wins, 1 loss, and 6 total points. And then the Sharks are now out of the that playoff position, 2-3-0, and then the Wild 2-1-0. Looking at the East, the Penguins are 2-1-0. And have 4 points. The Flyers 2-1-0. The Leafs looking to attempt to tie for a playoff spot here tonight. We'll see what they can do. 1 minute from face-off. Back to you.
Yes, the Leafs need these 2 points trying to get into playoff position from that terrible 0-3 start. And as for the Knights, they're looking to try to take over top spot in the Western Conference. And like you said, become just the second team to win their second game at home. Home struggles for the home team has been the theme for this season. Just seems like every game, the away team has been either dominant or has come back to win. The home team just cannot hold a lead or even take lead, for that matter. And on that note, we are ready to get underway. Off the face-off, looks like the Leafs win it as Ron Hainsey sends it back behind Riley Smith, and right back behind Curtis McElhinney behind the Leaf net. Braden McNabb looks like he's trying to get it at the center, and the Leafs push the Golden Knights to the blue line. Can't clear it, though. Bellemare takes it out behind the net, behind McElhinney. McNabb trying to hold it back there. Doesn't happen. Jake Gardiner trying to take it at the center. Fails, and now Shea Theodore holds it behind the net. Right in front, McElhinney pokes it to the far boards as Player and Jake Gardiner look to push it out of the zone successfully down behind the Vegas Golden Knights end. Looks like Polak can get to the puck first. He does. Centers it, but pushes it right back out to the center ice line into the Toronto zone now. Right back out to the Vegas zone. And as Oscar Lindberg takes that puck over, looking to dump it in with Bellemare and McNabb. Does. Lindberg holds the puck over Player to Ryan Reeves. Couldn't center it. Jake Gardner now sends it out his own zone, but it gets hit right back in. Player is going to pick it up, looking to clear it, and does with a little bit of help from the Golden Knights. Alex Tuck picks it up, but the Leafs push it right into the zone, right in front for Riley, and pushes it wide. Can't get a good shot off. Janssen and Plekanec in the corner. Can't do anything with Nate Schmidt now on a breakaway. Can he get it on the net? No. Wide of McElhaney's goal. Riley trying to push it out now with Brad Hunt trying to keep it in. They fail, and Eric Holla brings it into his own end. Alex Tuck beats everyone to the puck right behind the net now. It's in front. Brad Hunt looks like he can clear, but Plekanec throws it right back behind the net. It's out to the blue line, now up to center. Brad Hunt carries it over the line. Thomas Heike pushes it even further in with James Neal in the corner now. Leafs in that trouble spot behind their own net. They've had trouble trying to get it out. They do this time. Cody Eakin holding it in, sending it back in now. Trying to get a shot on net, fails, and the tip goes just wide as Tyler Bozak picks it up. Puck gets denied off of his stick and right back out to center. As Fleury is down, James Neal will be the first one back. That's exactly what Fleury wants to see. Polak almost beats him off the puck, though, behind the net as Brad Hunt's trying to clear it and is successful over the Toronto blue line now. Brad Hunt first one to the puck. 4 Leafs right on him, and the Leafs get it up to center successfully. Zach Hyman trying to shoot it down to the Vegas end, fails, and goes into his own end now for Nate Schmidt and Oscar Lindberg trying to find somebody in front. Cannot. Lindberg goes back down to the Vegas zone. No, it does not. Pardon me, it goes into Toronto zone. Derek Englund in the corner. Colin Miller trying to find something in front. Fails. It deflects off on another. Goes behind the net, and now Miller pushes it back into his own end. Reeves and Englund aren't helping whatsoever as it's staying in the Vegas zone, and they score! What a shot. Looked like maybe Travis Dermott, Plekanec maybe got a piece of it, and it's Andreas Janssen pinched it with Dermott. 1-0 Maple Leafs.
And just an unfortunate play. They were scrambling for the puck along the boards, and it's the Leafs who come away with it and fire it right into the empty net as Fleury was down. And it's 1-0. 2:03 to go, first period.
Leafs needed a quick start, and that's exactly what they got as Fleury was down, fires it over. Babcock needed that quick start, but Leafs are notorious for blowing leads, so see if they can hold this one. Goes back down into the Toronto end. Matthews and Dermott push it back out to center successfully into the Vegas zone. Dermott now holds it behind the net, tries to find someone in front as it deflects off Hyman and down back into the Toronto zone. Getting pushed by David Perron with Eric Englund giving him some support. Looks like one Leaf went flying into the puck. I do believe that was the glitch player behind the net. Englund trying to hold it with Perron, but they both get hit off by Dermott. Englund shoots it back to the other point. The other point man was down, couldn't carry it, and Carrick sends it into the own end, or into the Vegas end. Puck comes right back out the center on his centering attempt. Player comes right back in down the Toronto end. Perron shoots it wide. Brad Hunt with 3 other Golden Knights there in that big scramble, but it comes out on the stick of Mitchell Marner. Looked like Kadri beats everyone to the puck. He does, he shoots, and it's just wide of Fleury's net. He's getting pushed by 3 Golden Knights and 2 of his own teammates. The puck comes right back out the center. Cody Eakin dumps it into the zone. Almost in the slot now, almost back to the blue line. He gets out. Roman Polak now holds the puck, shoots it. It's behind the net. Comes almost out in front. Looked like maybe went off the crossbar and back into the corner with other Golden Knights. The Golden Knights dump it down. Gardner does a good job of scooping that puck up and wide of his goal. Player looking to push it back out now. He does, goes right down to the Vegas end, and Connor Brown, Tyler Bozak, first one to that puck. Right back into the far boards now. Roman Polak's going to beat everyone to the puck. Perron's there to cut him off, but Tyler Bozak gets the puck, shoots it, and it just goes high of the net from almost center ice. That was a very powerful shot. Looking for somebody in front was Connor Brown, no one there. Gardner, who held the puck, got hit off it, and now Roman Polak, but thrown on his own net, doesn't, as a few Vegas Golden Knights steer it wide behind the Toronto net still. Big scramble, and that is the end of the first period. Very, very, very hectic. Leafs lead 1-0 after 1 on Fox Sports.
Indeed, a good period from both squads. It's just an unlucky break for the Golden Knights as they just couldn't diagnose, realize that their netminder was down, and it just happens that they didn't get the stoppage play that they wanted.
Sorry for cutting you off there, but that was a chance. It looked like it just rung around each post as Connor Brown carries it down into his own end now with the help from a teammate, but it gets hit off him by 2 Golden Knights, but the Leafs still end up getting it down to the Vegas end into the corner now. This is the danger spot, but Vegas clears it safely. Now let's talk with Connor Brown pushing. Now it was almost a 4-on-0 on the net. If one Vegas Golden Knight didn't lose his balance, that could have been a chance there. Nate Schmidt has the puck, but he carries it down into his own net, and that's a mistake. Travis Dermott, it's on the net, and it goes straight through the crease. It looked like it was on the post when Toronto had the chance. McNabb carries it down, but Marner cuts him off. Never mind, he falls over. Vegas has a chance, and they end up shooting it right back down into their own end. Shea Theodore. On him is Travis Dermott, the defenseman. It goes right around to the far boards. Mitch Marner going to pick that up. He shoots it right back around. Look for somebody in front. Passes it too hard and right back out to the blue line. The Leafs get it right back in. Another hard shot from the Leafs. But once again, it goes around the boards and out, cleared by Kadri, accidentally, potentially. Getting pushed by Heika and now gets pinched right back down to the Vegas end. Could be a chance here for Jake Gardner. There is. And he skates it wide with 2 or 3 other teammates pushing him. Marcia Show. Now McNabb has a chance, trying to get it on the net. Looks like he might. He does. And it gets tipped by Tyler Bozak. Steers it clear of the net. Marcia Show and Holla hold as they shoot it behind the net just wide. A big scramble for the puck as the Leafs finally get it out right through the slot. McNabb pushes it back into his own net. Connor Brown's going to be there with a chance. And right through the crease. Didn't look like there was any Leafs there to bang away at it, trying to put it home. So there wasn't really any danger for Fleury. Leafs have it in the far corner now. Now carrying it out to center. They clear the blue line, but as McNabb hits Connor Brown off the puck, as they're trying to get it right back out to the blue line is Vegas. They do, out to center. The player is there down. Marcia Show almost helps out the Maple Leafs, but he sends it into their far corner. Looks like they're trying to find someone in front. Fails, and that puck bounces right back out to center. That was a very good scoring chance for the Golden Knights, one they haven't had very much this game. Shea Theodore on the net. Couldn't quite hit it, and looked like it hit the side of the net. Right back out to center. Shea Theodore back into his own corner now. This is not where Vegas wants to be. Connor Brown chasing Theodore as he gets it out to center for Riley Smith and Perron. They would have had a breakaway. Puck bounces right on Fleury, and that was a solid save by Fleury as the rebound gets shot over the net. Bozak clears it into his own end. This might be a problem if Riley can steer this wide, and he can. He eliminates all danger in front of the Toronto net. He shoots it down the ice for Bozak. He'll be the first one to get there. Shoots it, and it hits Fleury in the mask. Right back to the corner, and Vegas dumps it out. Shea Theodore picks up the puck, trying to find someone on the net. Braden McNabb takes it. Big scramble right in front of the net is the puck, but it gets tipped back into the corner where Riley will hold it and put it up to center. Bozak steers it into his own zone, but then gets cleared by the glitch player. Goes right back into the Toronto zone. Riley Smith, and gets blocked by the player once again. Mechanic dumps it out from his behind his own net. Right out to center. Janssen has a chance. Now the player holds it in front. Hainsey couldn't quite get there in time. The puck got cleared before he could get his stick on it. Shea Theodore looking to dump it into Toronto end, does, but the Mechanic beats it to him. Beats him to it, rather. Perron now pushes it back into his own end.
But it won, 1 minute left.
They had the chance, but it went right to the crease. Behind the net, now in front, the Leafs looking for somebody, but there was 4 Golden Knights there to block the puck from any harm. Player carries it down in his own net with Ron Hainsey right behind him. Andreas Janssen on the ground. Riley Smith now pressuring the Maple Leafs, but sends it back into his own end. This one might be on Fleury. It is not. It bounces wide of the goal. This one on top of Carlson's head. Shot just left to Fleury. Fleury does a good job stopping the puck as Perron pinches it out. Now Carlson holds it to center. Here comes Morgan Riley. Well, if the puck gets on the net, and as it doesn't, it could have had a chance. Anglin now pushed by Kadri into the Vegas end. Nothing happens, though, as it goes into the far Vegas corner. Anglin looks to dump it out. He does. Ryan Reeves now has a chance on a breakaway, but loses the puck. Wouldn't expect much stick handling from Reeves. He shoots it right back down onto his own man. That was a very hard shot for where he had it, and that is the end of 2. That was a very exciting defensive period from both squads. The Leafs still lead 1-0.
And it's as you would expect with a star netminder like Marc-Andre Fleury. This is the lowest score that we've had in the history of this league.
We're right back to the face-off, but I don't know if I could quite expect this from the backup. Curtis McElhaney played well in real life, but I didn't know he'd play this good in sim hockey. All right in front, and that gets tipped away by Fleury. William Karlsson now holds it. He's going to bring it down, loses control of it. Nate Schmidt now takes it behind the net. Trying to find somebody at the blue line, but it gets stopped. That one just goes wide of the post. Zach Hyman trying to bring it out to center. He does. With Gardner pushing, Hyman skates it wide and shoots it into the corner. Player now holds it, going to get pushed by Riley Smith in Perron. It's right on McElhaney, but McElhaney steers it wide into the corner. Smart play by the goalie. The Leafs now take it out. Zach Hyman leading the rush with Roman Polak. And puck goes right out front, and that one gets cleared. I don't know what stick it went off of. Looked like it probably went off multiple. Nate Schmidt holds it, but he has it cleared of his own offensive zone. It gets right on Fleury, now behind the net. A dangerous position for the Golden Knights. This one finds him in front. They score. It looks like this one might go to Travis Dermott, maybe Connor Carrick. Zach Hyman gets the credit as he's all the way out to center. He must have got flung. Leafs lead 2-0.
Golden Knights just couldn't get this puck away. There was no one there looking at the back of the crease, and the Toronto Maple Leafs realized this and find a way to get a stick on it and get the puck into the back of the net. And it's a 2-goal lead, 4 minutes left.
Sorry about that. There's still 4 minutes remaining left in the third. Much time for the Golden Knights, but at least keep playing this way defensively. This might be a good game for Toronto as it gets dumped back into their own far corner, but pushed straight back out to center. The Golden Knights make the mistake. That one looked like it just went over the crossbar as Gardner holds it in at the blue line. Fails, and Matthews has to retreat to grab the puck. This one goes outside of the net, goes right to the crease, but Matthews still ends up clearing it out of his own zone. Pushes it down. Their star player gets hit. Roman Polak picks up the puck. That one goes streaking down to the Toronto end. But Jake Gardner is the first one there to get it. He gets pushed off the puck by Thomas Heika. Heika now carries it down into his own end. He gets pushed off it by Matthews. They have a chance. That one went straight through the legs of Fleury, but it looked like he maybe got a skate on it and drove it wide. Gardner and now Janssen driving into their own far corner, and they trying to get it cleared. They do with a little bit of help from Braden McNabb. Looks like the Leafs are trying to take it into their offensive zone. They do. But Vegas gets it right back out with a little bit of help from Morgan Riley on the mistake. His defensive partner, Ron Hainsey, hot on his tail, trying to tell him to clear the puck. It's on the blue line. It gets cleared.
That's got to do something about the fact that Fleury's stuck on that goalpost.
Yep, they got to try to help him. James Neal trying to carry it out, but he was on top of Titanic. Not much he can do about that. Heika carries
and Fleury gets off the post. So Knights dodge a bullet there.
Yep. The glitch player getting pushed by Colin Miller gets it dumped into the Toronto end, far Toronto end, behind the net. Morgan Riley pushing a bunch of guys, including a few of his own teammates. As the puck gets stuck in the glass, we will have a stoppage of play.
2:20 to go, and like I said, the Knights dodge a bullet there with Fleury stuck to the post, and somehow they're able to get a couple of opportunities in addition to the fact that
that one got taken around. Golden Knights finally got their first really good offensive chance, and they capitalized.
And now it's back to within one, and like I said, the Knights just dodged a bullet, and so they find a way to capitalize and make it 2-1. 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go.
Like I said, when the Leafs scored their second goal, there's still 4 minutes, there's plenty of time. And, the Golden Knights are showing persistence, and they cut that lead in half. The Leafs dump it down into into the Vegas end. They're trying to get that goal right back. I think they're kind of nervous only having a 1-goal lead. I would be too. Now down into the Toronto end, and it gets stopped by McElhaney right off his blocker. stuck in the far corner. Huge scrum. Vegas ends up winning the scrum, but it gets cleared out by Pekanik and Carrick. Carrick's going to be the first one there. Shoots it, and he scores. A brilliant shot from Connor Carrick and great offensive awareness to pick up that puck. And it's 3-1 Maple Leafs.
And he just finds the puck loose in the neutral zone, and Marc-Andre Fleury well out of position, and so Carrick has his choice of where he wants to place that puck, and he places it far right side. Fleury can't make the save.
And a beautiful shot that was. It was exactly what Carrick was trying to do, probably, and the Leafs now have their 2-goal lead revived. Oscar Lindbergh trying to win the draw, and it's basically a dead heat, but Vegas gets it into the Toronto end now. Bellemare, it's a 4-on-1. 2 Vegas players get knocked down. Reeves and Lindbergh trying to hold it in. They can't. It bounces into their own end and just wide of the post. That got dangerous. Lindbergh trying to clear the puck. A huge from the corner. Looked like Ryan Reeves was the last one to tap that puck. Lindbergh, as he goes flying, taps the puck into the air a little bit as Reeves now plays it down in the Toronto end. Dermott gets him off the puck and clears it. Here comes Connor Carrick again. Vegas might want to be careful as they look like he hit him off the puck. Eric Holla in the corner trying to clear it. Cannot. Tyler Bozak holds it in as it gets in deep, right behind a huge scrum, right behind Fleury, right behind the net in the corner, and Vegas finally clears it. Marchessault trying to get a chance. Doesn't. They do now, and they skate it wide off the glitch player. It looked like he got hit. Marchessault now carrying it back in his own, and Riley beats him to the puck. This one right on Fleury, but he pinched it between himself and a defenseman and keeps it out of the net. Alex Tuck shot it on his own net mistakenly, but Eric Holla is there to clear it out of the net. Tuck now trying to apologize to his teammates, trying to get a goal. Cannot. Into the Vegas defensive end, and that one gets fired right wide of Fleury. That one goes right out in front. Well, a few good saves by Fleury. Andreas Janssen there gets cleared by Theodore. Theodore beats Janssen to the puck. Bozak dumps it right back in to the Vegas end, trying to find somebody in front. Cannot, and the puck gets cleared, but Toronto still pushing. Morgan Riley and Ron Hainsey throws it now behind the net with 3 seconds remaining, and the Leafs will take their second win of the year. 4 points for the Maple Leafs in a 3-1 defensive victory over the Vegas Golden Knights, giving the Golden Knights their second loss of the season, and 2 big points for the Maple Leafs, looking to try to get them back into the playoff picture.
What a game from both sides, and it's just the Leafs playing a very defensive game the whole night, and the backup netminder proves to be what the Leafs needed to give them a head start in the Eastern Conference, as they will take that with the win tonight. They actually will take the lead of the Eastern Conference, as the ties are broken by most games played. The Leafs have played 5. The Penguins and Flyers each 3, unless I'm mistaken. And so the Leafs now atop of the East, which is a close race. All of those teams except for the Hurricanes tied at 4. And then tomorrow's games from the Western Conference, it's actually Eastern Conference teams facing off against a couple Western Conference teams. The Flyers face the Minnesota Wild, who look to push into 3rd place, and then the Carolina Hurricanes, with an Eastern Conference matchup, look for their first win of the year. Thank you for watching on Fox Sports. On behalf of BuilderPerson, I'm DNP, and we will see you in the next stream. Take care.